Number 1. One country, too many worlds. Why? Why would men in a country filled with beautiful and attractive women spend their first time with a donkey instead? It sounds unbelievable, almost like an internet myth. But in some rural areas near Tierra Baja, Colombia, locals have long talked about it as a strange cultural tradition tied to masculinity and growing up.
Primera vez fue por allá por la mina, por allá.
Bueno, mal. Me gustó.
Le gustó y ha seguido.
Some people there even claim that a first experience with a donkey feels completely different from being with a woman. Hard to explain, and even harder to imagine. Welcome to Colombia, a country of 53+ million people spread across roughly 440,000 square miles. Sitting in the northwest of South America, it's the only country on the continent with coastlines on both the Caribbean Sea and the Pacific Ocean. Inside one nation, you get the Andes Mountains, the Amazon rainforest, the vast plains called the Llanos, and even deserts like the Tatacoa Desert. And here's what many people don't realize until they look it up. Colombia is one of the most biodiverse countries on Earth, often cited as number 1 for bird species and orchids. And then there's a word that can drive foreigners crazy: ahorita. In theory, it means right now. In Colombia, it can mean in 5 minutes, later today, or even tomorrow. Like if someone says, "I'll send you the address ahorita." Don't be surprised if you're still waiting while they finish lunch, take a call, and then remember it later. Money is another reality check. Even in big cities, cash is still king. You'll see small cash payment shops everywhere, names like Efecti or Ghana, because many locals use them to pay electricity, water, and phone bills, instead of banking apps. So yes, Colombia has modern malls and tech, but a huge part of daily life still runs on cash and receipts. That mix is what makes Colombia addictive, a country that can look like a postcard one moment and feel intensely real the next, with habits and systems that don't always match what outsiders expect. So what about you? Out of the 195 countries in the world, where are you watching from? Drop it in the comments below. Number 2. Hot Colombian women. First, the obvious. Colombian women, especially in Medellin, stand out. Not just looks, but the vibe. You'll notice confident posture, polished hair, clean outfits, and a don't-waste-my-time energy that fits a city obsessed with moving forward. In Buga, during the Nossa Senhora de Buga festival, one of the country's most important Catholic celebrations, the streets completely transform when the famous horse parade known as the Cabalgata takes over. Hundreds to thousands of horses move through the city in perfectly decorated gear, from shining saddles to detailed ornaments. But what really pulls your attention is not just the parade itself. It is the overwhelming presence of Colombian women who turn the entire event into a showcase of confidence and style. As you walk along the streets, you'll see their fashion sense is quite bold, with short dresses, tight-fitting tops, knee-high boots, and striking festive outfits. And this same energy does not disappear after the parade ends. When you move into bars and street nightlife, you see women becoming the center of attention again, from tight dresses and crop tops to flashy accessories and bold makeup, all paired with a relaxed confidence that makes the social atmosphere feel open and lively. And if you want the secret to winning the heart of beautiful Colombian girls, drop a 2 below. Let's see who gets the first tip. Number 3. Medellin nightlife. The capital of Colombia is Bogotá, sitting high in the Andes, and that altitude gives the city a cool, mountain feel. Bogotá is also known for nightlife, parties that can run until sunrise, and plenty of chances to meet chicas, the kind of hot girls that make tourists suddenly forget what time it is. But right in the middle of this multi-world country is Medellin, Colombia's second largest city. And that's where the story gets addictive. And if you're planning a trip, here's a simple move. Come in winter, around December to January, when you can enjoy warm beaches and still get the full nightlife experience without feeling like the weather is fighting you. But Medellin wasn't always this open and vibrant. In 1991, the city was averaging about 16 homicides per day, and the name Pablo Escobar turned Medellin into a global symbol of fear. Today, it's dramatically safer than it used to be, and the change is visible. Colorful murals, public spaces that actually feel alive, and places like Plaza Botero, where people take photos with Fernando Botero's oversized bronze sculptures like it's a normal afternoon. Locals even say touching them brings luck, and you can see the shiny spots where millions of hands already tested that theory. Now let's talk about the night, because Medellin after dark is a whole different chapter. El Poblado, especially Parque Lleras and the Provenza area, can feel like a non-stop mix of rooftop lounges, restaurants, cocktails, and music spilling into the street. You'll see tourists, expats, and locals moving between venues like it's one long social loop. If you want something more local and less tourist bubble, areas like Laurel's often feel calmer. More laid-back bars, more conversation, less look-at-me energy. And yes, Medellin nightlife can be amazing, but this is where the city's reality check comes in. Even though it's much safer than the old days, Medellin still has neighborhoods locals avoid at night, and tourists can get into trouble if they chase the wrong kind of easy fun. The safest move is simple. Stick to well-known areas, watch your drink, don't flash valuables, and don't treat the city like a theme park built for foreigners. Medellin is friendly, but it's not naive. After a Medellin night out, the next thing that surprises most people isn't the hangover. It's what Colombians casually eat the next day. Number 4. The ant snack that shocked the world. Colombian food is full of surprises, but the one that makes most visitors freeze is hormigas culonas from Santander. Literally, big-bottomed ants. They're giant leafcutter ants that show up only once a year after the rainy season, and collecting them isn't a casual hobby. In some rural areas, it's treated like real work because it's difficult, risky, and organized. These ants